Ombaru! It's been a while, I realize, and I figured I should probably get an actual profile video around. Sorry that it's been so long, life is busy, but I finally have time to actually get this profile video around so that you guys can get to know me a little better and we can all become better friends. Now, to be fair, I feel like a big part of my personality is already pretty obvious just from looking at me. I mean, I feel like I wear my interests on my sleeve. Like, you can just look at my shirt down here and my pillow over here, and you can get a pretty good idea of what kind of person I am. For instance, if you see my shirt, you know that I'm a pretty big fan of Magical Girl Haruko-chan. It's a magical girl anime that's not secretly dark at all. It's not a Madoka thing, it's just completely normal. And my pillow over here features my boyfriend from the gay erotic visual novel. It's called So I Married My Gym Teacher. It's about a guy, he's in college, and he ends up accidentally marrying the guy who was his gym teacher when he was in high school, and then hijinks ensue, and it's not very deep. And gay stuff happens. But I figured I could still tell you guys a little bit more about me, so I created a little slideshow that we're gonna go through. Okay, so first of all, welcome to my channel. My channel is called Fubaruba, but that is not my name. My name is Baloo. I know some people have already started calling me Fuba because I've been kind of unclear about what my name is up to this point, but that's fine. If you guys want to keep calling me that, I don't really care. But for the record, on paper, my name is Baloo. I am 23 years old. My birthday is February 8th. I'm an Aquarius. I don't know anything about astrology, but I know some people really care about that shit, so there you go. That's the answer to that question if you were having that burning question. I'm 5'4", I'm 243 pounds, and well, I don't know what that next point is, but I'm sure it's important to some people. Anyway, my interests are video games, mostly JRPGs. I also like Japanese horror. I like rhythm games. I don't play them as much as I used to, but I really like I played DDR back in the day. I really like the Project Diva series. More on that later. I enjoy singing. It's not something I've done publicly a lot, but it's something I enjoy, and I want to start being more forward about that interest of mine. I'm also learning Japanese very slowly. I'm very dumb. Please be patient with me, but I would like to learn more of it. And last, but certainly not least, is hot guys. I like sexy men. I like looking at pictures of sexy men. And my definition of sexy men is very broad. So there's a lot of leeway in there. I like big muscular guys, I like chubby guys. When it comes to cartoon guys, my tastes are even more broad, but for the most part, I really like that muscle to chubby, like Venn diagram scale, I don't know, generally in that area. And these are my mamas and papas. I have quite a few of them right now. I think the technical way of doing this is to list the illustrators as the mamas and the live 2D riggers as the papa, but that's literally like the opposite of people's pronouns in this situation, so I'm not gonna do that. The main artist behind my design is Osu, and he he's a very talented artist. I've been a fan of him for a long time. He draws really cute chubby dudes, and he also does muscular dudes. When I commissioned him to do this, I asked him to design a shirt for me that looked like something that an otaku would wear, and I did not expect him to go so far as to design 2 extra characters just to put them on the shirt, but he did because he's awesome and they're both adorable and I love them. So thank you. I love this character design. I love it so much. I'm so cute. Look at me, I'm adorable. The next artist, because I have 2 artists, I'm special that way. The artist who designed the character for the pillow is Hawa. He's another artist I've been a fan of for a really long time. He's really, really good at drawing like muscular daddy type characters, and I love those kind of characters a lot, so I wanted to get him in on it and have him design the character for the pillow. And he designed this really hot dude. He looks really nice. I love him. My live 2D rig was made by Oi Kelly. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't really know for sure how to pronounce it, but I think that's right. She's incredibly kind. In truth, she was not the first person I reached out to, and the first person I reached out to flat out rejected working on me because they were made uncomfortable by the design, and that was honestly a little stressful. But Oi Kelly, when I showed her the design, she was very gung-ho about wanting to work on it because I was like, hey, I know that you're really good with like the boing boing physics, and I have a character design that needs that. And she was like, oh yeah, I want to do this. I'm down for this. And I was like, thank you so much. You're so awesome. And she did a wonderful job, and look at me go. Whee! I love it. I'm super happy. And then Neko Boy helped create the background music, and I'm very happy to have this custom background music. It's very catchy and cute, and I love it. As far as video games, I really like Final Fantasy X-2. The game that everyone likes to joke is up there with Bayonetta in terms of gay gamer culture. I love this game. It's so stupid and fun. Even if it wasn't ridiculous, I also just genuinely think it's a very fun game to play. Like I said, I like JRPGs. My favorites are the kind that have like a menu-based combat system where you're like controlling multiple characters, and I think that Final Fantasy X-2 has one of the most fun systems in terms of those kinds of games. But it's also kind of old, so in terms of like a more recent game that really appeals to me, I really, really like Dragon Quest XI. I loved that game. I played it when it came out on the Switch, and I loved every minute of it. I beat it, got both of the ending cutscene, or both versions of the credits. I loved it. It was so fun, and it made me feel like a kid again, as weird as that sounds, because it reminded me so much of the RPGs that I played when I was a little kid. As far as anime that I really like, as I said in reference to my shirt, I do like magical girl stuff. And even though I joked about Madoka and it being like dark and edgy, I also love dark and edgy bullshit, and I like more horror-based anime too. And my favorite kind of anime tend to be the ones where they do crossover like they do in Madoka. So like I really like Princess Tutu. Princess Tutu's really high up there. I really like Madoka Magica. I really like Revolutionary Girl Utena. I tend to like the creepy anime that has like a cutesy girly aesthetic. I really like that type of anime. As far as music goes, like I alluded to when I brought up Project Diva, I really like Vocaloid. Miku is the closest thing that this world has to a god, and I worship her, and you all should too. And when it comes to manga, one of my absolute favorites, and one that I feel like does not get nearly enough appreciation. And for this, I'm talking exclusively about manga that does not fall inside of the gay anime porn category, because if we were talking about those ones, I would be here for hours. But in terms of like general audience manga, my favorite and one that I think that more people need to pay attention to is King of Thorn. Don't watch the anime. It's really bad. Don't watch it. Just read the manga. The manga is much better. The manga goes much more weird places too, and is like clearly just having a blast doing it. I love King of Thorn. It was such a weird manga series, and it's short. It's only 6 books long. And the art's really great, and I love Marco. I want him to sit on my face. He's handsome and gorgeous, and I love him. Read King of Thorn. Do not watch King of Thorn. Read King of Thorn. Do not watch King of Thorn. Just read it. And there's a lot more stuff too. Like I said, if I was talking about things in the adult only category, I'd be here for a really long time, but we're not going to talk about that stuff right now. Maybe later, maybe on some other website I will talk about those kind of things, but for now we're not talking about those kind of things. Some of my goals as a VTuber, I would like to chill, like just hang out and just be a lazy chill dude. I also, like I said, I want to learn more Japanese, and I would like to use the Japanese I learned to try to make friends with some Japanese gay VTubers. I'm already mutuals with a couple of them on Twitter, but like, since I don't hardly know any Japanese, I can't really communicate with them. So I want to fix that. I want to be able to actually be like for real friends and actually communicate with them. And on a slightly different note, I would like to get healthier, get more beefy, but surely that won't change the way I look in your guys' eyes. I'm sure that I will always look the same to you, if you catch my drift. And up here, this is all my important information. Look at it all. Look at this tag over here. I wonder what this could be for. I wonder what you could use this tag for, what kind of things you could tag with this. But yes, my YouTube, my Twitter, my Twitch. I'm probably going to end up coming up with another website to stream on eventually, because I would like to do adult games, and obviously I can't do that on YouTube or Twitch. Also, upon making both YouTube and Twitch, realized that I don't know what to use the two of them for. I'm thinking what I'm probably going to do is use YouTube for streaming games and use Twitch for streaming everything else, even though that probably seems completely backwards to most people. So going forward, in fact, I plan to have a couple streams scheduled by the time that this video is finished and ready to upload. So check my Twitter. That's the handle up there. Check that Twitter. Hopefully there will be some scheduled streams coming up in the future. So look forward to those. I realize now that I don't think I ever really made a proper outro. I don't have a proper, like, outro phrase. I have an intro phrase, but I don't have an outro phrase. Anyway, that's something I'll have to work on. I don't have one in my mind at the moment, so I guess bye-bye for now.